Hi everybody, I'm Steve Sheldon. I can't meet you tonight. Something came up. Why do we say up? Nothing moved upward. Nothing flew into the sky. So why does a native speaker use the word up here? That's the question this video answers. You can stop memorizing phrasal verbs as random pairs. There is a system. Let me show you. The sun comes up in the morning, and so we can see it. You plant a seed in the ground. You can't see it, but then the plant comes up. It appears. It enters your field of vision. And that's why in English, up means appear. Now that's all very obvious and easy, but here is where it gets interesting. So once again, something came up. In this sentence, nothing is physically moving upward, but something has appeared in your life. An urgent problem, an unexpected event. We say this when we already had something planned and then this new thing appeared. And it's also a very convenient thing to say when you don't want to say what came up. Maybe nothing actually came up. It's very handy. So this is the logic of all the phrasal verbs in this video lesson. Up means appear in some way. Look at these four things: a whale, a snake, a jack-in-the-box, and a pop-up ad on your computer. What do they have in common? They all come from somewhere hidden and move into a place where you can see them. That's the core idea. Something can be underground, underwater, in a database, or buried inside someone's mind. And then it appears, and we can see it, hear it, or experience it. Up is the bridge between the physical meanings and the metaphorical ones. Show up means to appear, usually at a place where you're expected. Think of the sun rising above the horizon. It shows itself. That's literally showing up. When a person shows up, they make themselves visible. Example sentences: I hope everyone shows up for the meeting. Another one: the new employee didn't show up today. This means he didn't text, he didn't call, he just didn't show up. Turn up means to appear, but unexpectedly. Imagine turning over a rock. Something was hidden underneath, and when you flip it, you see something. It enters the visible world. Example sentence: my missing keys finally turned up. Another one: he went missing for 3 years, and then he turned up in Brazil. Open up is about something being revealed, like a door swinging open, and you can see what's on the other side. So physically, example sentence: as the fog cleared, the valley opened up before us. This same logic applies to people's inner worlds. She opened up to me about her problems. Her inner life, her thoughts, feelings, anxieties, they were hidden, but she trusts you, and so she let you see the real person inside. Bring up. Imagine an idea sitting at the bottom of a deep well. It's hidden. When you bring it up, you pull it to the surface, into the light, where people can see it and talk about it. Example: she brought up an interesting idea at the meeting. Now here's a darker use of the same verb. Every time I argue with my wife, she brings up my bad temper. She's reaching back into the past and pulling it into the present conversation. Next, look up. Look up originally meant exactly what it sounds like: to raise your eyes and look at something higher than you. And it still means that. But around the 1690s, that's more than 300 years ago, the meaning extended because people started to read. When you look up a word in a dictionary, you search through the pages until the answer appears. Example: if you don't know something, look it up. And one important note: look up is for information, not physical objects. So you cannot say, look up my wallet. That's wrong. You look for your wallet. Look for something in the real world, not something that's printed in a book. You look for things you can touch. You look up things you need to find in a system or a book or a database or online. Pull up. When someone is on the ground, you pull them up or help them up, which brings us to the digital version, pull up. Example, the check-in agent pulled up my reservation. When you call customer service, they pull up your account. They pull it up from the database so that they can see it. Technology changes, but the logic of up never does. Okay, ice up and cloud up. Example, the plane's wings iced up during the storm. This simply means that ice appeared on the wings. There's also a perfective meaning of up, meaning completely. And so the plane's wings iced up could also mean that the plane's wings iced completely. See, some of these particles that we use in phrasal verbs can have more than one meaning. But for this lesson, it just means appear. Okay? Let's see. Next example, the sky clouded up before the rain. Clouds appeared and filled the sky. Okay, next is speed of appearance. Spring up, pop up, and crop up. Some things appear fast, and some appear slowly. English captures this distinction beautifully. Spring up, like a jack-in-the-box, boing, something springs up, like a lion springing up to chase an animal. It's fast and energetic and often with force. But we use it in the following situation. Here's an example sentence. New coffee shops are springing up all over the city. Boing, 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 coming up so fast. Pop up is even faster. The sound of a pop is, that's a pop, instantaneous. Like a notification suddenly appearing on your screen. Here's an example sentence. An ad popped up and covered the whole screen. There's no warning, it's just boom, there. Crop up. It's like a field of wheat or rice. Crops don't grow overnight. They emerge slowly, gradually from the soil. Example, several problems cropped up during the project. Another one, they got married too quickly, and after the honeymoon, problems cropped up. This one is only used metaphorically, never physically. We don't say that crops crop up. We say crops grow. Next is bubble up, like a hot spring, bloop, 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 slowly, gently rising to the surface. And we use it for emotions and memories. Example, as I sat talking with my old friend, memories started bubbling up. Next is flare up. Flare up is for things that return suddenly and intensely, usually pain, illness, or conflict. For example, my bad knee flared up again after I went running. Or tensions between the two countries flared up after the border incident. So flare up is used for health problems that come back again and again, and also for tensions between countries. Okay, next is dig up and dredge up. These two are fascinating because they reveal how attitude changes meaning. Dig up means to find and bring hidden or forgotten information to the surface by searching deliberately. For example, the journalist dug up some old photos of the actor when he was young. It's neutral or maybe even slightly positive. The journalist worked hard and he found something that was buried, or she found something. Next example, before the election, his opponents tried to dig up embarrassing stories from his past. This one is slightly negative, but the act of digging itself is neutral. You're a detective. You searched. You found. Dredge up is different. Here the connotation is always negative. Imagine dragging something heavy from the bottom of a river, something nobody wanted to see that everybody wished had stayed buried. Example, every time they argue, she dredges up something he did 10 years ago. It should have stayed buried. Next we have well up and tear up. A well is a hole in the ground filled with water. When water wells up, it rises to the surface on its own. Tears welled up in her eyes. Or perhaps more commonly, she teared up. Tears, tears are what come down. But when you tear up, you don't completely cry. Tears are not rolling down. They just appear in your eyes. She teared up. Here's an example sentence. Mixed emotions welled up in her at the thought of seeing him again. She probably teared up if emotions welled up inside her. So, phrasal verbs are built on the way human beings experience the physical world in English. And the next time you hear something came up, you won't just know it, you'll feel it. That's the difference between a memorized phrasal verb and real English intuition. If this video helped you see English differently, please like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And let me know in the comments if this video helped you. I would love to hear from you. In the next lesson, we're going to explore a completely different meaning of up. Up will mean increase or intensify. For example, turn up the volume, pick up the pace, step up your game. See you there.